only Tony bloody Hadley, everybody!
Mate.
That was a nice sing-off there by the guys, wasn't it? Take your backpack off, come and join us, Tony. Sit down. Got champagne, water for you
God,
there.
it's good to be out, man.
Is it really?
Is it good?
It was a great experience, amazing, absolutely amazing. But it's, yeah, it's good.
Good.
I'm glad I get to spend a couple of days with my family because otherwise I'm not going to see them until Christmas. So.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, so I was kind of, yes, just get me out a couple of days earlier.
The right result for you today.
Oh, alcohol.
Look, you enjoy that champagne.
Do you know how much I've been looking forward to?
Yeah.
Bloody champagne. Get it down your tongue.
You did your fair share of trials and challenges and all that. The one that really let you down was your tongue, the tongue action in the steps to hell.
Mate, I'm never going to live it down. Every pub I go into, all right, Tone?
Yeah, well, that might have happened up here too. So,
you seem to put yourself under pressure after that to redeem yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I was very disappointed to lose to Kieran. I mean, he's very competitive, and so am I. So it was like I was desperate to get back, and then I did it when it was in the coffin.
That's right, yeah.
And that was great. That was amazing, really cool.
You said yourself, you've called yourself Slender Tone.
Slender Tone, yeah.
You've lost weight, you know.
Well, looking at me there, wow.
Yeah,
when I first came in, I was a right polka. So
do you feel
I just
better?
thought I'd say that before you did.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, do you know what? I feel absolutely fantastic. I've been trying to keep fit in there as well, humping all the logs and the bits and bobs. And, yeah, I feel really, really good.
Good.
Yeah. So I feel great.
And we heard you talking there about Celebrity MasterChef. I mean, we've mentioned that once or twice during
just a couple of times
during the series. But we didn't often see your culinary skills around the campfire.
Well,
why was that?
Well, that's because I was useless on MasterChef and I was going to be useless in the
how long did you last?
Oh, I don't even think I made the quarterfinals. They kicked me out.
Oh, all of that? You didn't even make the quarterfinals?
I just like bragging about it.
Tony, this year on I'm a Celebrity, we saw the reintroduction of Camp Leader, and you were Camp Leader first.
Yeah.
Let's remind ourselves. Here it is.
What is that?
Tony, you are the new leader. Brian, Lady C, is Camp Chef.
This Sergeant Major is doing my head in.
I'm meant to lead, not follow. I want that chair.
Georgie.
No. Duncan just looks in his element in that red throne. Get out me seat!
With great power comes great responsibility.
I'm finding being a leader quite difficult.
Oh, wow.
Get off my chair.
Hail, Kieran!
It changes things being Camp Leader, doesn't it? It really
does.
changes the... How hard was the job of
Well, when I
leader?
first went in, obviously, we didn't really know each other well. So, you know, and I just said, look, you know, we're all grown up here. You know what you got to do. I'm not going to start, you know, ordering you about. Do what you got to do, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing for me was not doing anything.
Yeah.
Sitting there and just not being out, physically not doing anything was so difficult.
Yeah.
That's not my style.
And you said at the start, all I want is for everybody just to muck in and do their bit. Now you've lived it, how important is it that everybody mucks in and does their bit?
Well, I mean, I honestly don't think people realise outside that... I've said this before, I'm sure they think, oh, there's a pizza when the camera's off, there's a glass of champagne. If you don't get the wood on, you don't get the clean water. If you don't do the dunny's disgusting. I mean, sometimes there's flies in it. I'm bitten all over with mosquitoes and everything else. It's real. It's really in the jungle. It's one of the best things I've ever done, actually.
Good.
Really great.
Good. Now, it was good, but also we know you had a bit of a tough time in there.
Did I?
You had your down
Did
moments.
you notice that?
Especially when you had a run-in with a certain lady.
Oh, dear.
Let's go back to your first kind of argument. Take a look at this.
Least hard work in the camp. She won't be offended by that.
I am disgusted by what happened.
It's not personal.
It's personal. He's a little better than a buffoon in many ways. Tony doesn't have a brain in his head.
You're not a nice person.
No.
That's the end of me and you. Don't put it on the fire.
I did what any sensible person would do. It's none of your business, arsehole. He has the voice of a whining 14-year-old girl.
Wow.
Your relationship never recovered from you putting her as the least hard-working member of camp. But the touch paper was really lit when you refused to serve Lady C, Kieran and Chris in the boutique hotel. If you're honest, was it because it was her, or would you have served another team?
It had nothing to do with who it was. Absolutely nothing to do. It was just I don't wear bellboy hats. It's you know, I just felt that was like one step too far. It was a bit too humiliating. I mean, you could say, well, all the trials could be humiliating, but I think they're challenges, and I think they're, you know, testing your kind of mental mettle. But putting the bellboy thing on, serving them till God knows what time in the morning, no, that wasn't my style.
You weren't having that?
No.
And it seems to me that camps
Which
really...
created good television, actually, didn't it?
Did it?
See, I was thinking, I'm not buffoon.
He was always thinking of us.
Thanks, Tom. Got on, Tom. But listen, we could talk forever, but we don't. Unfortunately, we've run out of time.
Yeah.
We just want to know, out of who's left in there, who you would like to win.
5 of them in there now.
Do you know what? I think it's difficult. Do you know I'd love Kieran to win?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, Kieran's really come out of himself, you know, since all the stuff and everything. He was a bit down, but he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's a really funny guy. I know he'd love it. He'd love it.
You know how I feel? I feel like gold. Come on, Tone.
Come on,
Give her a rendition. Hairbrush Mike, hairbrush Mike.
Nothing left to make me feel small.